All right, good morning, grade 10. So today we are doing two different lessons. Um, so there will be two different YouTube videos for you. So I'm going to start here. Um, you've got quite a few practice questions to make sure that everything is okay and you understand everything. And then we're going to move on to two-step equations, so solving them. So just keep in mind that when we say solving, that means that you're finding what the variable is, so what number it is. So yesterday we looked at the one-step equations. So we're going to do a little bit of review on that just to make sure that you are okay. So our goal when we're solving equations is to get the variable on its own, which means that you have to get rid of anything that's beside it by doing the opposite of what it's doing. So for example, right now we are having 4 that's added. So if we subtract 4, and we have to do it on both sides because whatever you do on one side, you have to do on the other. Plus 4 minus 4 cancels out, so we're left with x. And then we do 2 minus 4, which is negative 2. Okay, so the opposite here of negative 3 or minus 3 would be plus 3. So again, whatever you do on one side, you have to do on the other. So minus 3 plus 3 cancels out, and we are left with 6 plus 3, which is 9. This one here is being multiplied. So what we have to do is we have to divide both sides by the same number, and you have to make sure that you're keeping that negative beside it. So we're going to divide negative 2 on both sides. So that cancels out, and we are left with x. And x is equal to 8 divided by negative 2, which is negative 4. And then finally, when it's being divided, we want to do the opposite. So we're going to multiply both sides by 3. So this cancels that out. And we're left with 5 times 5 times 3. My voice is cracking. Okay. So I'm going to erase that, and we're going to go towards solving two-step equations. So two-step means that there are two different things that you have to do to be able to get the x on its own. So you just have to remember that when you're doing that, you need to do the opposite of BEDMAS. So you're going to start with addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division is second. So first things first, we're going to get rid of this plus 3. So you're going to subtract 3 on both sides. Okay, so that cancels out. We're still left with 3x. The other 3 doesn't go anywhere. And we're going to do 12 minus 3, which is 9. And then because we have 3x, we're going to divide. Wow, that was good. We're going to divide by 3 on both sides because it's being multiplied at the moment. So then 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing here. We're not going to divide by 2 quite yet. We have to get rid of this plus 5. So in order to do so, we have to do the opposite. So we're going to subtract 5 on both sides. So that cancels out that one. So then we're left with 2x. And then negative 13 minus 5, which is negative 18. Again, our second step is to divide or multiply. So here we have to divide because it's being multiplied. So that cancels out. Whatever we do on one side, we have to do on the other. So x is equal to negative 18 divided by 2, which gives us negative 9. We're going to do the same thing here. So you need to deal with the subtraction that's here. So we're going to add 4 on both sides. That cancels out. So we're left with x over 3 equals to 2 plus 4, which is 6. Now, because this is being divided at the moment, we have to do the opposite. So we're going to times 3 on both sides. This cancels out. So then 6 times 3 is 18. Okay, and finally our last one. So again, our first step is to add or subtract. So we're going to subtract 4 on both sides because it's being added right now. That'll cancel that one out. Okay, so we've got negative 5 minus 4, which is negative 9. We're going to multiply both sides by 2 because right now it's being divided. Which gives us negative 18. So I'm going to erase this and we're going to just make sure, we're going to check our answers to make sure that they're okay. Okay, so it's asking us to check question A. So for A, it was 3x plus 3 equals 12. And we had found that x is equal to 3. Okay, so we're going to divide this in half. On the one side, we're going to have the one side of the equation. So 3x plus 3 is equal to 12. Where we have an x, we're going to replace it by 3. So 3 times 3 plus 3. So keep in mind BEDMAS. So we have to do the multiplication before we do the addition. So we have to do 3 times 3 first, which is 9. And then you do the addition. So 9 plus 3 is 12. And we wanted 12, so that works. And then we want to check question D, which is x over 2 plus 4 equals negative 5. And we had found that x was equal to negative 18. Okay, so wherever we see x, we're going to put negative 18. Okay, so negative 18 divided by 2 is negative 9. And negative 9 plus 4 gives us negative 5. So we got the answer right. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully we understand, and I wish you the best. Good luck.